My neighbor left her 6 children on my doorstep, so I sent her a video of her children being picked up by child services. We live in a cul-de-sac where everyone knows everything about everyone. My neighbor Amber has 6 kids ranging from 6 months to 7 years old, and she's perfected the art of guilting people into babysitting. I've fallen for it way too many times, always telling myself I'd say no next time. Yesterday around 3 in the afternoon, I heard aggressive knocking. I peeked through the window and saw Amber, so I stayed quiet, hoping she'd leave. The knocking got louder. She started hitting the door so hard I thought she'd rip the letterbox off. I opened the door and she immediately started talking at lightning speed. Something about an emergency, she'd be back Sunday, the cab was waiting, she was so sorry. Before I could process what was happening, I noticed all 6 of her kids standing behind her with overnight bags. Wait, I can't watch them, I said firmly. The black cab's running, I have to go right now. I'll be back Sunday, I promise. She was already backing away. I tried grabbing her arm. Amber, I'm serious, I have plans this weekend. She yanked free and literally sprinted to the waiting cab. I stood there in shock as she drove off, leaving 6 children on my porch. The baby started crying. The 7-year-old looked at me and asked if we had snacks. I was beyond furious. I brought the kids inside and waited 40 minutes, giving her time to come to her senses. Then I texted, you have 10 minutes to turn around and get your kids, or I'm calling child services. No response. I called her. Straight to voicemail. Called again. Voicemail. On my 3rd call, she finally picked up. What? She snapped. Come get your kids right now, or I'm calling child services. I'm not joking. Oh my god, you're being so dramatic. I'm already out of the city. I can't come back. Just drop them off at Marilyn's house if you don't want them. Marilyn is 68 years old with health problems. She can't handle 6 kids. Then I guess you're watching them. I'll be back Sunday. She hung up. I stared at my phone in disbelief. Then I called child services. The woman who answered was professional and calm. I explained everything. That a neighbor abandoned her children at my house, refused to return, and expected me to care for them for 4 days. She said a social worker would arrive within the hour. While I waited, something occurred to me. I set up my phone on the mantle and started recording. When the social worker pulled up 30 minutes later, I captured everything. The social worker, a kind woman named Patricia, showed her badge and asked me to explain the situation. I told her everything while the camera rolled. She interviewed me, checked on the kids, made several phone calls. The whole process took about 20 minutes. Finally, she said, we'll need to take them into temporary custody until we can reach the mother. I watched as Patricia gently explained to the kids that they were going somewhere safe. The 7-year-old started crying. My heart broke, but I reminded myself this wasn't my fault. Amber did this to her own children. As Patricia buckled the last car seat, I stopped recording. I had 12 minutes of footage. I trimmed it down to the key moments. Patricia showing her badge, me explaining that their mother refused to return, and the kids being escorted to the county van. I texted the video to Amber with one message. They're at the county services office waiting for you to pick them up. 30 seconds later, my phone started exploding. Call after call from Amber. I declined every single one. Then the texts started rolling in. Answer your phone. What did you do? You evil person? Call me right now. I didn't respond to any of them. 20 minutes later, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. I answered. This is Amber's sister. What the hell is wrong with you? Do you know what you've done? I know exactly what I did. Amber abandoned 6 children at my house and refused to come back for them. What did you expect me to do? She had an emergency. Really? What emergency? I asked. Silence. That's what I thought, I said, and hung up. An hour later, Marilyn from across the street knocked on my door. I heard what happened. Amber called me crying, begging me to tell you to fix this. Where exactly was her emergency, Marilyn? Marilyn looked uncomfortable. She said something about a spa weekend with friends, but I'm sure she had a good reason. A spa weekend, I interrupted. She dumped 6 kids on my doorstep for a spa weekend. Marilyn's face changed. Oh my. Yeah. The next morning, Amber showed up at my door, eyes red and puffy. Turns out the county made her go through 8 hours of interviews, parenting assessments, and home safety evaluations before they'd release her kids. She'd driven back immediately, missing her entire spa weekend. You're absolutely psychotic, she said, her voice shaking. You could have just watched them. I looked her dead in the eyes. I'm unavailable. I closed the door. She hasn't spoken to me since, and honestly, that's the best outcome I could have hoped for.